Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, dear students, to our science class. Today is Wednesday, and we are going to complete our lesson. Yesterday, we were talking about into the lab and what can you find inside the lab. Tools, what tools you can use, or what tools you can need. You will need to do your experiment or make your investigation. Now, we know all that this is a dropper, and in a lab, a dropper will help you to move a little bit of liquid, make it maybe to put it on a slice so it can make things look bigger under the microscope. And this called a pipette. It's also work like a dropper, but it is really accurate. Guys, are you familiar with the word accurate?
No.
No.
Yes.
Who said yes?
Maria.
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 Okay, Maria, my dear. Can you tell me what do I mean when I say accurate?
It means like the normal,
Normal or
the right thing.
excellent. Yes, Maria. Good job. So when I say accurate, I mean the right amount of something, the specific amount of something, the perfect amount of something. Something is really you're doing it very good. Accurate, not more and not less. Very accurate, the same point, the same thing. Do you get it, guys?
Yes.
Great. And scientists are familiar using numbers because when we measure, we need to use numbers. And so over here, if you open to page 45, guys, in your books, please. Open to page 45.
Sorry, Miss, I don't play.
It's okay, Tina. Open to page 45 and take a look at these 4 tools. The first tool over here, what can you see, Feiruz? What is this?
It's eye tool. The one you can see little things.
Yeah.
Like it's a
Light was?
a light
Microscope.
microscope.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, my dear.
You can see
So
little things.
over here, it's a light microscope. I divided it to 3. Okay. Now, light. Why we say light? Because we use light over here to see. You will find light over here to make you see. And micro means very small or very tiny. And scope is this thing to make you look, or the thing that make them look bigger. Okay, guys, so light microscope. Why do we say light microscope? Because it uses light. Now, the tiny living things in a pond water, you need, if you want to see them, you need to use a microscope because these are things that you cannot see with your own eye. Okay? Now, I want you, Jude. Is Jude here?
Can I read? No.
Guys, is Jude okay? She didn't come yesterday and she's not here today. Is she okay?
I don't know.
You know something about her?
No, I don't have her phone number.
Okay.
She didn't tell my son.
Aman, can you read for me the light microscope quickly, my dear? Okay. Maria. Maria, can you read for me,
Yes.
please? The tiny living things over here.
The tiny living things in the pond water are microscopic. Microscopic or too small to see with your eyes. A light microscope magnifies things or makes them look bigger.
Excellent.
The object to be viewed is placed on a clear slide. Light passes through the object and two lenses. You look through the eyepiece and turn knobs to focus on an image.
Excellent. Good job. I would really love this class to be in school, but unfortunately, we can't do that.
We
Yeah.
use the microscope.
Yes,
Maybe
definitely.
you can sit with me.
Definitely, we can use the microscope to see.
I
Now,
wanted to use it forever.
now it has two lenses over here, and you can put your eyes over here to look through the scope, and down there is a slice where can you place your stuff.
I saw it.
Yes, whatever you want to see. And over here there is a light, okay, that make you see. You open the light and then there is a small knob. You turn it to the right or to the left to make it more clear, okay? Now, after the light microscope, or sorry, before we end that, the word microscopic, what do you think that means? Microscopic. What do you think that means? See? Too small to see with just your eyes. So when I say the pond water are microscopic, it's the same when I say the pond water are too small to see with just your eye. So can you give me an example for something microscopic? Something you cannot see with your own eye. You need a microscope for that. Yes, tell me, please. Yes, Jenna. Germs, exactly. Yes, germs, exactly. You cannot see germs with your own eye. They are, what do we call them? Microscopic. So whatever you see or whatever you know that you cannot see with your own eye, we call it microscopic. Okay, and over here you have a dropper. A dropper is a tube with a rubber bulb, okay, on one end. If you squeeze this bulb, what will happen? The tip into a liquid, okay? Release the bulb and the liquid will be sucked up the tube. You know how to use a dropper, is that right, guys?
Yes, I used that before. No?
Okay, what about you guys, everyone? Do you know how to use a dropper?
Yes.
Okay, so good, great. I'm happy to know that. So you know how it works. When you squeeze it from up there, it sucks the liquid, and when you press it again, you release it and you can drop liquid, small amount of liquid. Is the dropper accurate, guys? Is the dropper accurate?
No.
Do you think it is accurate?
No.
No. Yes, it is not accurate. It only can give you a drop, one drop, two drop, but sometimes it can slip and give you 3 drops or 2 drops together. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now let's see the other tool. We have electron microscope. Now I want you to try. Can you tell me why we called it electron microscope? Are you raising the hand? Let me see. Okay. Can you just think a little bit? We said that a light microscope, we call it a light microscope because it uses light. What about electron microscope? Why do we call it electron microscope?
Because it has electricity.
Oh, good. This is a good answer. Let's find out. She's saying because it has electricity, because you read the word. Yes, Tala.
Electron microscope. Light microscopes have been around for 500 years, but technology or people's use of tools has improved. Today, a scanning electron microscope (SEM) can magnify an object up to 1 million times.
Wow.
The
SEM.
SEM shoots a beam of electrons at the object. An image of the surface of the object appears on a computer screen.
Thank you. Thank you. So your answer was very good, Judy. Thank you for trying. Yes, it uses electricity, but we say electron microscope because it can magnify the object up to 1 million. Guys, this is too big. 1 million times. And the SEM shoots a beam of electrons. That's why we call it electron microscope. It shoots a beam of electrons at the object. So, and the picture will be on a screen on a computer. That's why we call it electron microscope. Now look at a pipette. A pipette is what? A pipette is a tool like a dropper, but it's more exact. Now, what do I mean more exact? What is the word?
I know.
Yes, Tara.
Exact, that means the same thing.
Yes. Do you have a word that can fit? Is more maybe
Correct.
Yes, it's accurate. This is just like a dropper, but it's more accurate. It's more exact. You can take, if you want 1 millimeter, you can take that 1 millimeter without any more and any less. It is used to add or to remove very small amounts of liquid. Pipettes often may have marks on the side to measure volume. Oh, so no, do you know what is volume and how to measure volume?
Yes.
Okay, good. What is the unit of measuring volume, guys? Everyone here, guys, please. Please, guys.
It's a volume cylinder. I don't know what's called.
It's a graduated cylinder. Excellent. But what is the unit? What do we use unit?
Volume.
Volume. Is it the unit? Volume?
Wait, let me remember.
Okay, one kind of pipette makes drops so tiny that they can only be seen with a scanning electron microscope. So now I want you to make a compare. Electron microscope and a light microscope. Which one make things look much bigger? The light or electron?
Electron.
Thank you, Tala. Thank you, Tala. Judy, do you have any idea how they are different? Light microscope and electron microscope?
Light microscope use light to see,
Excellent. What about
and it's smaller, but the electron microscope it's bigger.
Okay, the machine is big. Excellent. Good job. And what about the magnifying? Both of them magnifies big enough, the same amount, or one can magnify bigger than the other one?
One can magnify bigger than the other one.
Which one is it? Excellent. Excellent, Jody. Which one is it?
Electron microscope.
Excellent. Yes, the electron microscope. So whenever I tell you, so it's a shoot of a beam of electrons. Wow, this is so much big. And a light microscope, you can put your eyes over here in these tubes to see, to take a look. But over here in an electron microscope, you need a screen to watch the picture or the image of the magnifying stuff. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Good. Measuring up. Okay, we need to use tools to measure. Measuring using numbers. We need maybe to measure the length, the depth, maybe the height, the volume, the mass. All these also, they need tools for them. What to do? A digit, a palm, a hand, a drum, a pick, a rod, and a stone have in common all these. They all are or were at one time units of measurements. See, all these are units of measurements. Now let's see. If you want to measure the length, usually I would use a measuring tape or maybe a ruler, okay? But a caliper can be used to measure the distance between the two sides of an object. Can you see it over here? This is the first time you see a caliper. So can anyone tell me a caliper, this one, measures what?
Yeah.
Yes?
Measures anything round or
Oh.
fruit.
Okay, thank you, Tala. Let's see, who else? Jenna?
Yes, it measures the length and
The length, excellent. Or the distance, let's say.
and it measures the object to have like a small distance or a long distance.
Thank you. Okay, Mariana, tell me, this caliper can be used for what? To measure what?
The distance between the two sides of an object.
Excellent. The distance between the two sides of an object. Okay, what is the unit? How can we use the unit? Let's say the distance between the two sides of an object is 3. 3 what? What you are going to say? 3 inches? 3 grams? 3 liters? What are you going to use?
3 liters?
Liter? You are going to use meter or centimeters or inches. So to measure length, you are going to use the unit meter, okay? There are some other tools, just like I told you, rulers, meter sticks, or tape measures. Also, these are used for measuring the length. Okay, how would you measure a time? What?
This was the hugest flower I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, it is. Now, how would you measure time? Can you tell me, guys? I would choose Tina. Tina, how would you measure time?
I don't know.
You need a measuring tape to measure time. I want to know how long it will take you to go to the bathroom and come back. So I'm going to use what? I'm going to use a measuring tape.
So it's like measuring time.
Measuring time. Okay, how would you measure time? Jude, can you help her here, please?
Um, It's like
You are going to use what? I want to know how long it will take you, Jude, when you go to the bathroom and come back. How long it will take? How long you will take? Are you going to take 90 centimeters?
no.
Okay, how long you may take?
Like
A
it's
minute?
not impossible. Like you measure the time.
It's impossible to measure the time?
No.
Guys, participate here with me. How can you measure time? If I
know.
yes,
minutes.
please enlighten me.
Minute?
What? Maria?
know. With minutes?
Okay, the unit, we are going to use minutes, exactly. We are going to use minutes, seconds, but
know.
okay, give me the tool. What are you going to use? Guys, wake up.
A stopwatch.
A clock.
Yes, a clock, a stopwatch, maybe your phone using a stop timer. Guys, how will you measure time? You don't know? Jude, is it impossible to measure time? Yes, it's not impossible. You can measure time. I can tell you that to get to here to school, maybe you'll take 20 minutes or 30 minutes. See? And if I want to make sure, I'm going to use a timer or a stopwatch, okay? Now, I want you guys to measure your science book. Can you do that? Use a metric tool and units to measure the length, width, and thickness of your science book. Can you do that, guys? What are you going to use to measure the length of your book? Mariana, what are you going to use to measure the length of your book?
Measuring tape.
What? A measuring tape. What else can you use? Amal, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, what can you use to measure your book, my dear? If you want to measure your book, what are you going to use?
Ruler.
Excellent. Good job. Good job. So please, guys, do it on your own and put your answers. Tomorrow I want to see them. Okay, guys? Now, if you want to measure temperature, usually are going to use a thermometer.
Miss, can I ask you? With
Yes.
inches or centimeters?
Inches or centimeters, it's up to you. Both of them can be inches, centimeters, millimeters, or whatever you use at the end, meter, it can be. Okay?
Okay.
Measuring temperature, definitely you are going to use a thermometer. If you are sick, the first thing when you go to hospital, the nurse will measure your temperature. She's going to use a thermometer. And a temperature describes how hot or cold something is. So thermometers are used to measure temperature. Scientists measure temperature in degrees Celsius. Do you remember the other degree? We have Celsius.
Fahrenheit.
Excellent, and Fahrenheit. Good job, good job. So do most other people around the world. Most of us and most of the people around the world using degrees Celsius. Fahrenheit is not that common, so we use Celsius. In the United States, degrees Fahrenheit are used to report the weather. So in America, they measure the weather using Fahrenheit. To measure body temperature and cooking, all these for Americans, they use Fahrenheit. But guys, over here we use degrees Celsius. It's much easier for us and to learn more. Okay, guys? Now over here you can see a pan balance. A pan balance is to measure what? Can you tell me?
Oh, Miss, I know.
Weight.
Yes. Weight.
It's yeah, weight.
Or what do you call it? Mass. You measure mass. Okay, can you tell me the unit? How much you weigh? Are you going to tell me I weigh 20 centimeters or 20 Celsius degree?
Grams.
Grams,
Kilogram.
excellent. So a pan balance over here, a balance is a tool used to measure mass. And mass is the amount of a matter. Okay, what is the mass? Is the amount of matter in an object. You want to know how much matter in this object. Over here, look at this rock. I want to know how much matter in this rock. So I'm going to learn the weight of this rock. Always carry a balance by holding it base. Over here, when you want to hold this pan balance, because it has pans on them, you have to carry them from down, from the base. This pan balance has drawers where the masses are stored. Look at these drawers. Can you see? Can you look at them? Can you see them, guys?
Yes.
We put the masses here, over here, to store them. Why? Because in the first pan, we are going to place the object we want to measure. The second pan, we are going to add the, what?
Mass.
The grams. Okay, each one of them have number written on them. What is this number?
Is it how much grams
Yes.
are?
Excellent. Excellent. Good job. Yes, it's how much each one of them weight. Now maybe this one has 3 kilograms in it, this one 2, and this one is 1. All together, you need to add them together to know the whole rock, how much is it weight. Okay. With this balance, you can directly compare the masses of two objects, put one object in each pan, then the pan that sinks lower contains the greater mass. Do you think that is correct or wrong? What about the other one?
It's wrong.
It is correct, my dear. If you put, for example, rock over here and few grams over here, the rock will go down. If it sink and the grams goes up, which one has the greater mass, the rock or the grams?
The rock.
Excellent. To measure in grams, place an object in one pan, add gram masses to the other pan until the two pan are balanced. So if you want to the exact amount of mass in this rock, you need to balance them, okay? Over here you can see, what can you see? This is a spring scale, and a spring scale doesn't measure weight, it measures the force that how much force takes something to lift or to go down. So a measuring scale measures the force. Over here we have the 3-beam and a digital mass. Do you know what's a digital mass? Have you ever seen one?
No.
Maybe
Yeah,
in
I
the
see it
kitchen?
in supermarket.
Excellent, in supermarket. Yes.
And then
Okay.
you measure the fruit.
Excellent. When you measure the fruit, excellent. This is a digital mass. A digital mass is an electronic balance calculates the mass of an object for you. This one, you need to put a mass over here to know the weight, okay? To know the gram, to measure. A pan balance, you need to do it manually. But what about digital mass? A digital mass, it will calculate the mass for you, okay? And over here, the 3 beams. What do I mean by the 3 beams? A triple beam balance measures mass more exactly than the pan balance. It has 1 pan and 3 beams. Can you see the 3 beams over here? Guys?
Yes.
Yes. See the 3 beams? Okay.
Yes.
To find the number of grams, move the slider until the beam balances. Now, over here, the pattern balance is accurate or the digital mass is accurate? Which one of them is accurate? Which one is more exact? Sorry?
I think the digital mass.
Excellent, the digital mass. Also over here, the 3 beam can be more exact. Now, this is a spring scale. This is a spring scale. If I want to know how strong is something, I'm going to use a spring scale. Look at this pencil case. Remember in grade 4, I brought this to your class and we did the same thing. We wanted to know this pencil case, is it going to, how much force it will take to go down. So a spring scale is a tool used to measure force. Okay, do you know the unit of measuring force? Do you remember the unit? It's something related to gravity.
Gravity.
It's a Newton. Okay?
We forgot all the units.
Okay.
Oh, it's okay. It's fine. You have to memorize them today. It's a Newton. The unit called Newton. Okay?
Okay.
Now, guys, page 49 is a homework. Today we are going to do it together. Okay, guys? 49 is a homework. Please, tomorrow I want to see it. We are going to do it together. Okay, guys? Now, that's it for today. See you, inshallah, tomorrow. And have a good day. Bye-bye, girls.
Bye.
Bye.